Has anyone ever died for you? In the story for 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, someone does. This album expands on the characters called the Demolition Lovers introduced on their album, I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love. 3 Cheers tells the story of love, loss, and hurt. So, let's get into it. Demolition Lovers. Although this song isn't on the album, I feel it's important to talk about it since it is the introduction of these two characters. As they don't have official names, I'm going to be calling the female Demolition Lover Helena and the male Demolition Lover Gerard for the rest of this video. To get a better understanding of these characters, let's start from the beginning. The two Demolition Lovers are on the run. Two angsty teens who got in trouble with the cops and driving through the desert filling up their gas tank with nothing but each other. Gerard is deeply in love with Helena and feels he needs to prove himself to her. And how he does this, he decides he's had enough of running, thus making him have a massive shootout with the cops once they catch up to them. Overconfident, he gets himself and her shot. As they both play on the desert floor holding each other, this is how they die. Across the fandom, people think she died and went to heaven, and others think she stayed on Earth. Personally, I think she was killed, and unlike Gerard, who is in hell and makes a deal with the devil. The deal is, if he kills 1,000 men and brings their soul back to the devil, he could once be with his love again. Once he's on Earth, he's given nothing but a gun, a book to write their names in, and thus, we move on to the first song. Give Him Hell Kid. Gerard is on a train on his way to New Orleans to start his mission. To give him some motivation, he takes a shot of ephedrine as he speaks the lyrics. He yearns to be with her, but he knows that she might have moved on. Even if she's moved on, he'll still love her. A drugged up mess, the killing spree begins. Helena. Although Give Him Hell Kid isn't the first song in the album, it's the start of the story. Helena has nothing to do with the narrative story of the Demolition Lovers. It's actually about Gerard and Mikey Way's grandmother passing in a car accident, so that is why we're skipping over it. To the end. On his killing rampage, he crashes the wedding and kills everyone present as we see the witty lyric, "The wedding party all collapsed in the room, so send my resignation to the bride and the groom." This song has many twisted play-ons on vows and wedding motifs, and what it means to be married to someone and what you're willing to do for them. You know what they do to guys like us in prison. In the middle of a gunfight in the center of a restaurant, Gerard has his hands raised high, being caught by the police and sent to prison. Being in prison surrounded by men, he starts to question his sexuality. We see this from the lyric, he questions if killing those men was even worth it, and he considers even forgetting about his love, as we see with the line, As he experiences escape from another prisoner, he now knows why he's on Earth and what he's meant to do. We learn this from the line, that he has his old mindset back, we're back on track, and he escapes prison as we move on to the next song. I'm not okay, I promise. As with Helena, this song has nothing to do with the story of the Demolition Lovers. This song is about the struggles of fame and acting like you're okay when really you're not. They try to tell the listener, what will it take to show you that it's not the life it seems? Showing behind all the glitz and glam of fame, there is a heavy price to pay. Ghost of You. Gerard is in deep despair of the thought of never seeing his lover again. He questions if she's even in heaven, and if the devil has tricked him into killing all these men. He's haunted by her ghost and all the memories that they were meant to have, but never will. He's also troubled with the thought of his love not wanting to be with him after killing all these men. The jet-set life will kill you. Falling deep into his addiction, he feels as if he's a bug in a jar since he started his substance abuse. He personifies his addiction as her. In a way, saying that drugs are the only things he has in life. Interlude. There's not much to say about the song since it is only 3 lines, but as he says, I personally see this as Gerard pleading in a church, desperately praying to the Lord to protect his love. I also think this might be correct as this continues with the next song. Thank you for the venom. In the opening line, he talks to a nun, which is why I think in interlude he was at a church. He tells the nun, "Sister, I'm not much." At this point, he has lost count of the kills and now is killing just to kill, as we see with him shooting the nun in the next line. I think this is kind of a jab at religious culture as we see with the whole song. He's lost all meaning in life and he asks them in sort of a mocking way. High on drugs and feeling unstoppable, he tells them that he cannot be fixed and says, "Don't give me all your poison, and give me all your pills, and give me all your hopeless hearts and make me ill. You're running after something that you'll never get." Hang 'em high. This song uses a sort of western / cowboy vibe to get the whole story point across with lines like, "Wait until it fades to black, run into the sunset." Is repeated in the bridge, and I think these two lines are battling each other. "She won't stop me" could be Gerard, and "put it down" could be Helena telling him to stop killing all these men. It's not a fashion statement, it's a fucking death wish. The opening line, this might be Gerard talking about killing all the evil men, and what they get is a lifetime of death. Once again, he's restating his mission. It feels as if she was taken away from him. This song is very much a middle finger to those who separated the Demolition Lovers, and they talk about getting revenge. The closing line being, he is confident what is done and he can once be with her again. Cemetery Drive. Gerard decides to visit his lover's grave, and as he does this, he hallucinates seeing her. In the chorus, he reiterates how much he truly yearns and misses her, saying, and in the second verse, he says, "Did you get what you deserve? Is this what you always want me for?" What I could conclude from this is he's talking to the devil, asking him if he's gotten what he wanted, wanting him broken and dull. I never told you what I do for a living. We move on to the last song in the album closer. Gerard has successfully killed 999 men and is confident that he can once see his lover again. But the devil has tricked him, and the last man he needs to kill is himself. In the ad-libs, he begs and pleads with the devil, asking him for one more night so he could kill a man, but what is done is done. At the end of the bridge, he says, he's now too evil like the bodies he's claimed before. And in the final pre-chorus, he says, he's now dead like his lover, but he's forever in hell.